What's up, everybody? This is the Board Game Roamer. I am back with another episode of Too Many Bones, our playthrough with three Gearlocs, Tink, Boomer, and Pickett. In the last episode, I apologize for some of the shadows over here. I'm trying to not do it with a spotlight because I think it makes it a little bit easier overall, although there is a shadow because my lights are still not back. And anywho, but we pulled the last encounter and we made it through it, which was great. I was really worried about that, but we did make it through it, so that is exciting. And now we are on day number 6, and I want to do a special shout out to George A., who is one of the community members. He has posted a couple on several of the episodes, just talking about some stuff that he's done. He has actually done a playthrough, I believe, on his channel of the Gearlocs, including Tink, which is one of the specifically requested by you guys. And so I do want to definitely encourage you guys to go check out his channel. Like I said before, this is a community. I'm not here to get all the credit and glory for it. I think that's the whole point of a community, right? We're out here doing this thing together. We all love board games, so definitely check out George's playthrough as well. He pointed out a couple things for the last episode. I did mess up with the bot. The bot is just like a Gearloc. I can't attack, like for instance with the attachment, and then move and then use the auto attack. I have to move and then attack. Unless I have something that would break that, like Leap. Leap does. But I do not have that attachment, so that is one of the issues. The other one was not really something I did wrong, but if I'd been paying attention, I could have not used the Fortunate Discovery, not Fortunate Discovery, utility parts on Boomer. But that's okay. I feel good about where we're at. And in the previous video, he actually left some suggestions for training. And as it turns out, he didn't know this, but as it turns out, our day 6 card, if you remember a while back, we got a special card that let us take the Ebonite Doorway, that special encounter. Well, guess what we pulled? That's right. Day 6 is the Ebonite Doorway. So, I'm going to read you the card. Hopefully if I can keep it out of the shadows. See, this is a problem. Alright. One of these days I'm going to have one of these that actually focuses right. The Ebonite Doorway. It's actually real. The fabled Ebonite Doorway. Its existence is the subject of moonshine monologues and fireside tales, and yet here it is. Time to see if the treasure is also real. The map says to press each stone from smallest to largest to open the door. Check. Now each tunnel stone must be stepped in on the same way. Check. Finally, light the torches in that order. I feel like I should be wearing a hat and a whip. Whoa, the glow of gold is blinding, but Gearlocs don't care about gold. Is there anything useful in here? So we have two options. We can get each Gearloc, first option, each Gearloc gets Trove Loot. They keep the card or discard it. They draw one Trove Loot card. They keep the card or discard it and draw another, which must be kept. Each Gearloc may immediately make a lockpick attempt. So we could take, everybody gets a Trove Loot and a training point, or a War Room. Now we're talking. That's the second option. Everybody gets a loot card. Everybody gets 2 training points. And attack and defense trainings will ignore all bones. So basically it's free points, and if you want to do attack or defense, like now's the time to do it. So, and we get two training points and a loot. So, I think as tempting as the Trove Loot is, I really feel like the 2 training points could do us more good. And on that note, our friend George did leave some suggestions for the Gearlocs for future training. So George, in honor of you, I am going to use all of your suggestions that you submitted for each of the Gearlocs and use those to gear these guys up. So thank you for being part of the community, and thank you for suggesting that. Like I said, this is what the community is about. So, well, the first thing let's do loot, because everybody gets loot. So Tink's first loot. Ooh, reinforced buckler. Guess who that's going to? Pickett. Boomer gets Zelfie seeds. Okay, that's good. And Pickett will get the multi-tool. Alright. So that's their items. Next, let's do training points. So they all get 2. So we'll start with, I'm looking at the comment here. We'll start with Tink. His suggestion was build 2.0 for Tink. You know what? I'm going to turn this light on because the shadow's messing me up. Sorry, guys. I promise these lights will come back eventually. So Tink, we're going to take build 2.0. That is die number 15. That's going to let us use more of our attachments. And that is the first point. The second point, I think, should be maybe an attachment. Yeah, maybe an attachment. The question is, what attachment, if I want an attachment? Or do I need another dex? I don't think I need another dex per se. Let's do. Well, so there's kind of two. There's protect mode, and then there's armor. Is it protect mode and armor plating? Yeah, protect mode and armor plating. So protect mode uses a die that is intercept. Bot becomes the target of the next number of attacks the selected Gearloc receives. It's either in an ally. It's in your active, ally active, and it's a counter. So it's a way to take damage for somebody else. Or I can go with bot defense, which is just a basically additional shielding for the bot. What to do? Or I could go with we already have air horn. Fifth leg, that's going to let me leap. Place bot on any battle map position. Bot may select a new target. That's an instant. That's kind of situational, but it's not bad. Sensomatic is a baddie sensor. Lock slot. Place the style along a bot die, along with the bot die from the prep area. In lock slots at the start of every day, reveal a number point. Baddie in the active stack, you may cycle it to the bottom and reduce the bot. Or alternator, which is die number 7, which is going to increase your bot's battery. It's an instant and heal the bot. Gosh, I get one more. I really kind of want something on this side. Either like protect mode, alternator, sensomatic, armor plate. I want something else that I can use. Let's go with. Let's go with protect mode, I think. Yeah, because that could be helpful. Let's go with protect mode. Okay, now let's go to Boomer. The suggestion for Boomer was no. Let's not go Boomer. Let's go Tink. So excuse me. Let's go Pickett. So I do these in order. Pickett is shield form because constant defense is very powerful, which I agree. That or sword advance were my next two options in my mind. So I think shield form is definitely the first one that I'm going to take, and that's die number 2. Where's die number 2? Die number 2. There you are. There was a point where I actually had these ordered in their cherries, but it's gotten undone. The next option is kind of tough because I thought about sword advance, but at the same time, given that I have free training basically in attack or defense, if I wanted to do attack or defense, now's kind of my time to do it, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of thinking, because I only get 2. I'm kind of thinking maybe up my defense, because remember with the shield bash, he can do a lot of damage, and that'll let him roll hopefully some more shields to do a lot of damage when that does fire. So I think I'm going to up his defense by 1, especially given that I'm probably going to trade this reinforced buckler to him and have him shift some of this other stuff like the August herbs out. Yeah. Oh wait, that is heavy, so hold on, let's go back to Tink. So Tink's got a problem. So Tink's going to give the Fortunate Discovery over there and the Tattered Map. And I may be doing this wrong. I don't know if I have to drop that like as soon as I have it, but we'll give that also to him. So that's going to be his 2. He is going to take shield form. He's going to up his defense. Boomer is going to take a health for sure. And then I do have a lot of grenades options. So I'm kind of thinking that I might go ahead and up my attack. Well, I don't know, either that or I may up. Let's just do health by another one for a total of 5. So health goes up by 1 and 2, 3, 4. Oops. One more. 5. And then he should have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And then Tink, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that is all of their items. That resolves this card. There was no progress, unfortunately. We need 2 more progress to get to the Goblin King. But now we go to the next phase, which is the rest and recovery phase. So we can trade loot, and we can make lockpicking attempts. So I think loot-wise, we're going to use this first Fortunate Discovery to get the Bag of Booms for Boomer. And then we're going to let's see. I'm assuming that this bomb for the Goblin King takes a slot. So I'm going to get rid of the multi-tool. I mean, I would say re-roll, but well, no. Should I do that? Yeah, we'll give the Argot Herbs to Boomer. We'll give the multi-tool to Tink. We'll give the Tattered Map to Tink. And we'll give the Reinforced Buckler to Pickett, which is going to be great. Alright, so that's that. Then we have the 3 options. We can rest and recover, we can search for better loot, or we can scout. So we will be scouting with Pickett. And it's a 3, so that's a 1-pointer. That's a Bog Pole. Poison 1. I'm okay with leaving him. We will also scout with Boomer. It's a 5. So we can look at a 5-point. That's the Thick Skin 1, Taunt, 3 attack, 2 defense. Oh, let me get this situated over here. There we go. That way I can see what you see. Thick Skin 1, Taunt, Melee. I think. Alright, so day 7 would be 21 points. So that's 120 and a 1. Okay. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about that, we're going to cycle this 1 point to the bottom so we don't have poison. Might as well. So there's the 2 searches. I will, for Tink, I think we're going to get rid of the multi-tool and search for better loot. So let's do that and get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dice. And we got 1. So we'll draw 1 different loot. And we got Mechanical Assistance. Increase your dex by 3 for this turn. It is a single use. So that could come in handy. Definitely. Alright. So right there. Get another defense. He's got 2. He's got 1 and 1. I don't know why I do this because I always end up not being able to quite use everything that I do that with, but I do. Alright, so that is the end of day 6. We're now going to go to day number 7. So we're now on day number 7 as soon as I find it on the dot here. There we go. Day number 7. Encounter. Objects may appear further. Is he looking back at me? Looking at the enemy scout 21 arrow lengths away through my trusty spectral glass. Uh-oh. I guess he is, given that he's getting ready to blow his bugle. Alright, so 2 options. Attempt to snipe. Basically we can subtract baddie points. And we have to give the other choice. If we do if we do manage to do that successfully on a 2+ total damage, we remove subtract 2 baddie points, and we would get an additional loot. But honestly, I'm just going to say let him go. Because it's basically a 20, and then we know we're having 1, but we're just adding 1 points during the fight, and I feel like we can handle that. So I don't want to handicap. Well, you know what? I'll take that back. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and take the top option. We're going to take the top option. And we're going to use Tink's attack. Okay? He only has one attack. Generally, he's using his bots. So let's risk it. Possibly get 2 loots apiece, which could potentially help. At least at a minimum, we can check and choose which one we want to keep. So we'll roll it. Okay, so 0 to 1. Yep. And I'm going to put this defense die in that slot just to remind myself. So we go to the second option, which is normal baddie Q, baddie points. So we take a 20. It's day 7, so that's 21 points. Okay. And we're going to put those out there. And we've got to remember from round 2 to 5 to add a 1-point baddie. Hopefully I will not forget that. Before we start, though, remember that our friend Pickett rolls his defense dice, which he now has 3 of. And he gets 2 1-points. So there's 1 point and 1 point. All right, and that's his roll. Next, we will deploy the baddie. So the first baddie in lane 1 is, oh my, oh, he brings in a 5-point. Is the Direwolf Alpha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hit points. He's lane 1, and his speed is 5. Initiative is 5. He brings with him the 5-point that we scouted earlier, which is also a melee. In lane 2, 2 points. His speed initiative is 2. Our 1 point is a troll romper. 3 hit points. And also is melee. We'll go in lane number 3. All right. And his initiative is a 2. So pretty slow, except for the Direwolf Alpha. So let's roll initiative for our Gearlocs and see how this shakes out here. Okay, so Boomer is first with a 6, then the Alpha, then Tink and Pickett with a 2, but he does go before the others, so that's a plus. Okay, so let's start with placing our Gearlocs. So I'm thinking, now this is going to seem kind of odd, but I'm thinking I'm going to put Pickett here. The Alpha is going to move down and attack Pickett, but at least this way Boomer can go first, get a grenade out there and do some serious damage to both of those, or all 3 of our baddies. Then I will put Boomer in the corner. I will put, actually, I'm going to put Boomer behind Pickett. No, I'm going to put Boomer in the corner. And then I'm going to put Tink behind Pickett, because my thought is Boomer can nade the crap out of these guys, do a massive amount of damage. Tink, can then work on deploying his bot. He can do that from there and then deploy it in front of him, which should be able to hit the Alpha. And then, and at the start of battle, I need to roll this. All right. So that's what we got there. Then, oh, it actually worked out very well. Then, so Tink, we can work on that, getting that bot out there maybe, and then Pickett, of course, can be beaten on the big guy. Hopefully, I think he'll live through the first hit, but whew, those subsequent hits are going to be rough. So let's get started. We're going to start with Boomer. Boomer has 4 decks. Boomer is going to roll her Frag and Big Boom. And my understanding is that Big Boom... Does Big Boom take a counter? I don't think Big Boom takes a counter. Let's see here. Big Boom. Or that's Controlled Blast. Do number damage. Let's see what it says. I can't ever remember. Boomer rolling numbers. Boomer has a grenade. The boom counter. Boomer may create a grenade. She may create more than one. Character 3. All skills from a Grenadier and Utility Bomber. Professions require a nade. Yeah, okay. And the Utility Bomber, the Grenadier, Big Boom is in the Grenadier, so that would be 2 grenades. But I think it's probably worth it. So you can clock both of these down to 0. The central hit will be, the positionally will be the alpha. Then I'm going to roll the additional element, or excuse me, is it element? Yeah, element die. And I might as well roll 1 damage while I'm at it. So that's the 4 decks. So let's roll it up and see what happens. Okay, oh, wow, holy cow. Alright, so got a bone on the attack. 3 on the element, which I'll go ahead and use to exhaust the fuse, tick the casing down by 1, tick the element down by 1, increase my nade counter by 1. Then I've got 4 damage with the frag grenade. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2 of that goes to each side. Now both the 5-point and the 1-point have thick skin, so they will absorb the first one, but they will get 1 point of damage. And then Controlled Blast is do number damage to all baddies. Now I did have a backlash, so everybody has to take 1 point. Now the sheet says deal number damage to all party members, including self. So I'm assuming that means that defense will absorb that. So at least Pickett takes 1 less, and then both Tink and Boomer take 1. But that is a whole nother point. And the thick skin has already been used by both of the thick skin, and we'll get the 1 point also to the Direwolf Alpha. Oh wait, he has thick skin too. Oh no, hold on. So let me redo his. I did not realize it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so he has thick skin too, but he took a total of 4, 5. He's going to take 1 more from a throw odd 6. So he's actually going to take, after the thick skin 2, he's going to take 6 total. Because I am going to use the backup plan to do 1 more damage to him. So that's going to be 6 total. He absorbs 2, so he takes 4. Yep. So he's down to 3. Which is awesome. That thick skin is definitely going to be tough. But I think... Oops. Put that in the wrong spot. I think that... that opening salvo from our friend Boomer was definitely worth it. So the next thing that's going to happen is the Alpha Direwolf is going to go. He's going to move to the closest Gearloc, which is going to be Picket. And then, and this is the part that's going to hurt, he brings the Pain Train with 4 attack dice. What? Holy cannoli. Okay, that's 2 bones, 2 1 points, 1 point damage. So that's a total of 2 damage to Picket. The first is absorbed by his defense dice. He does lose 1 actual health. Wow. The 2 bones don't do anything, but Terrify is a skill that the Alpha Direwolf has. So Terrify says, pull it up here. After this unit is attacked, place a Terrify effect die on the attacking unit until the end of its next turn. So that's the Scream, what I call, as I like to call, the Scream Mask. If a unit has a Terrify effect die on it at the start of its turn, it may not target any baddies. Wait. After this unit is attacked, place a Terrify attack die. Oh, after this unit is attacked. He's doing the attacking. Ha! Sorry. I misread that. He's not been attacked yet. So that's what happens with him. So that takes care of him. Tink is next. Okay, so Tink's got 5 decks. Tink is going to pull out BuildBot 2.0. He's going to use the Prodder and the machine gun attachments. It's going to start on 2. He's going to use 1 dex to up the battery power to 3. Well, I guess technically the way you're supposed to do this is that sits here until you actually deploy him. Then I'm going to go ahead and deploy him. He will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 health. I'm going to put him right here. Also, just as a side note, and I'm going to deploy him with these 2 attachments and exhaust this build die. As a side note, in the Undertow Kickstarter that Chip Theory Games just did, they did announce that they will have companionships available. So Gilly will have actual chips that will have art on them for each of his 3 companions, and Tink will also have chips for Spiderbot 1.0, 2.0, and Spiderbot 3.0 for Grublet, Gatling, and Jericho. Now, in Undertow, there is another companion coming out with Duster, but the way the companion works, apparently, they said really wouldn't lend itself to the chip. So, I don't know exactly what that will look like, but I think it's awesome that they're going to have chips, because, I mean, having the die is great. Don't get me wrong, but I just think having a chip would be cooler, just to be consistent. So, anyhow, that's going to be 1 dex to deploy, 1 dex, 1 dex to crank it up, the alternator, the battery, 1 dex to deploy, He is going to not move. And he will go ahead and attack, I think. Yeah. I think he's going to auto attack and then use his displacement die. As an ally, you must decrease power. Your bot cannot be used. If bot loses all its HP, it may move and attack. It's attack stat and damage. Yeah. Okay, so I think what's going to happen is he's going to go. He's going to activate. And it's going to take him down to two battery power. Then he's going to auto attack the Direwolf Alpha, and then he's going to roll his Prodder attachment. So the reason I did that is now the thick skin is nullified, so basically whatever I roll on the attachment is straight damage. Alright, so that's 1 damage to the Direwolf. And the Prodder says, and so far we've used 3 of the 5 decks. 1 to deploy, 1 to uptick the battery, and 1 attachment. The Prodder is displaced. Push adjacent baddie directly away from bot if position is available. Bot moves to baddie's previous position and do number damage. So basically he's going to push him there, and he's going to move up. Does not cost additional decks for that. And I think, so that's 1 to deploy, or 1 to up the battery, 1 to deploy, 1 for the attachment. That leaves Tink with 2 more. I'm going to go ahead actually and roll the build die. For a dex, that's 4. And then I'm going to roll 1 attack. Excuse me, not 1 attack, 1 defense. Alright. For Tink, ooh, he gets a 2. Just in case we got like a bone. Alright, so that is Tink. Pickett next. Pickett has 2 defense, 3 defense. He's attacking the Troll Enforcer. So we're going to do 2 attack, 2 defense. Then we're going to get 1 for the Reinforced Buckler. So we still only use 2 decks. And then I think I'm actually going to roll I think I'm going to roll his 2 stand ground and shield form dice. Let's see what we get. Which was not much. Golly. Alright, so there's 2 bones. This did not help at all. And 1 defense. And a reusable bone and a +2 movement. Which I don't want to use either one of those. So I'll put those back in the skill mat, and that is his turn. Then we have the purple, which is going to be the Troll Enforcer Go. He's got 3 attack and 2 defense. He's going to roll his attack and defense. He is attacking Pickett. That's 2 defense that he pulls up. And 3 damage. So the first one is absorbed by Pickett. He then takes 2 more. And that is his turn. Then the Troll Enforcer sorry, Troll Romper goes. He's going to move 1. He's going to attack with his 1-die Spider Bot. Does 1 damage. So we'll take 1 off the Spider Bot. Alright. And that is everybody. We now go to round 2. Now remember, round 2, at the start of round 2, add a 1-point baddie to the bottom of the BQ, which we would do. There is room on the board, so we will immediately place that. So 1, 2, 3 point. Lashback 1, Direwolf Pup, 3 health, and going into melee position 4. So he's going to move here. He will go to the bottom of the initiative meter, and we can begin round 2. So, I should have rolled bigger boom. Dang. Oh well. What to do? So, Boomer is going to roll 2 attack and 2 defense. Nope. He's going to roll 2 attack, 1 defense, and our consumable bag of booms. Nope, I don't think she's going to do that. She's going to do 2 attack, 2 defense. We'll wait for on the booms until later. And going to target He's going to target the, well, yeah, going to target the Troll Enforcer. Alright, so that's, wow, a total of 3 defense. That's really necessarily needs that. I was really just rolling that to see if I could get some bones. And then 2 damage, so that takes away both of the defense dice on the Enforcer. That's her turn. Blue goes. That is the Alpha Direwolf. And it's going to attack Spider Bot, which has a very good chance of dying. 2, 3, 4, 5 damage, which is more than enough to take out the Spider Bot. Add 4. That was my phone. I'm not murdering people here at the house. All right, that's its turn. Tink next. Okay, so Tink is going to take Spider-Bot 1.0. It's 1 dex. And crank it up 2 dex. Gonna use yeah. Actually, I think he's gonna use. I'm gonna use the cog. I think I might just use the cog and spanner. That is a stun. And that can go on anybody. And that is not for 1 round. This is a permanent stun. So this could be huge. Any number point better or less. Yeah, so he's definitely going to roll that. And so he's got 1 dex for the bot. He upped the battery from 1 to 2. He's going to deploy the bot utilizing this protect mode attachment. which exhausts this build die. It's got 4 health. Now, I realize that he may be short-lived, but that's okay. And I'm going to deploy him again where the other one was. So he's going to go there. And that attachment, yep, that attachment goes on there. So that's 1 to uptick it, battery, 2 to deploy, 3 will be the cog and spanner, 4 he'll reroll the defense, and 5 he really can't do anything with 5. So that's all he'll do. We'll go ahead and activate the bot to get down to 1. He will attack the thick skin. No, that's 1 damage. We don't want him to do that. He's going to roll the attachment. Yeah, he's going to roll the attachment. And a 2 with a 1 heal, so that doesn't help at all with heal. But it is intercept. And I'm going to put that on Picket in the active slot. So, and that is a 2. So he can intercept the next 2 attacks, assuming he lives long enough. Hopefully that'll give me some time to at least 1 extra round for Picket to build some momentum. And we will roll his attack and defense dice. Alright, so he gets a bone. And he can ding a 5-point. So let's have him. He is going to stun the Direwolf Alpha. Alright, and then that's going to be his turn. Next, we're going to go to Picket. Picket will be rolling 2 attack dice, 2 defense dice, and a 3rd defense die for the reinforced buckler. And the target is the Troll and Force, same as last time. So these 2 bones go in here. Alright, and he has 1 defense. And that's a total of 3 damage. So the first is absorbed by the thick skin, and then 2, 3 leaves him, the Troll Enforcer, with 1. He's going to go ahead and use his last charge on his throwing axe to roll and try to do that last damage. And he gets a bone. Really? Golly, that sucks. Well, alright, that's all he can do. Oh, that really stinks. Alright, so the Troll Enforcer goes. He gets 3 attack dice, 2 defense dice. Attacking Picket. He rolls 2, 3, 4 damage. But remember, we do have intercept. So Tink's bot is going to intercept that. Bot becomes a target for the next number of attacks. Gearloc receives. So this would tick down to 1. That attack would go to the bot, and the bot would take 4 damage, which would take the bot out. Good try. Good try. Alright. That's purple, yellow. He's going to move. This is the Troll Romper. He's going to move closest to Picket. Then he is going to attack Pickett for 1. And that counter goes away because that bot's no longer there. That is absorbed by Pickett's defense. That was yellow, green. He's going to move 1. He's going to choose the weaker, which is actually Boomer. And he's going to roll 1 attack die. He's going to do 2. Boomer is going to laugh and absorb that with her defense. Very fortunate that we rolled that before. And that is the end of round 2. Beginning of round number 3. Per the card, we add 1 point to the bottom of the BQ. We cannot deploy them. So we'll start here with Boomer. Boomer will roll 2 attack dice. Boomer will roll 2 attack dice, and she could roll 1 defense. Let's see. Have we? No, we haven't. Have not taken anybody out yet. So we'll just go ahead and re-roll the other attack die. I mean the defense die. And the target is going to be the Direwolf Alpha. Actually, no. No, the target is... Oh, wait. The Direwolf Alpha, gosh, is not a 5. It's a 20. So we should have stunned this guy. Alright, so if we stun that guy, then he would have moved to the closest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Well, the only option would have been here. 1, 2. So he goes there. Last turn. Pickett is going to... Oh, wow. Yeah. I kind of messed up there. Pickett is going to attack... Yeah, he's going to attack the Troll Enforcer. Oh, sorry. Boomer's going to attack the Troll Enforcer. That's going to do 3. It's enough to kill him. That goes away for Tink. Excuse me. I hit the thing there. So I'm going to put this over here and put it over here in the discard. That's going to become available for next turn. Purple is going to come off. That was Boomer. Then 1, 2. Oh, man. Oh, man. He's going to attack Tink. 2, 3, 4, and a bone. The bone does nothing, but that is more than enough to knock out Tink. And Tink is off the mat. Yikes. Okay. So, yeah. Next is Pickett. Pickett is going to move 1 for his movement. Then he's going to use 2 defense. Nope. Yeah, nope. He's going to use 2 attack and 1 defense. Yeah. That's what he's going to have to try to do. Alright. 2 attack and 1 defense. So, that's... Gosh. Another bone, which does him no good. Another bone. He does 3 total damage to the Direwolf Alpha. The first 2 are absorbed by thick skin. The third damage is done. I don't know. He's got already took 4 damage, and he's not going to have any defense before that direwolf goes again. So we may have to use... I think I'm going to go ahead and use Benevolence. That takes 4, which leaves him with 1 bone. Adds a 2 defense slot, 2 defense die to the defense slot, and heals him for 2 HP. So close. So close. Alright, then the yellow, that's the Troll Romper. Attacks, moves 1, rolls an attack, does 1, clocks down Picket on his defense. Then the Direwolf Pup does 1, attacking Boomer, does a total of 2 damage. This is not good. Alright, and that's the end of that. Go to round 4. Beginning of the round, we add a 1-point baddie to the bottom of the BQ. A 1-point baddie, shows up in lane 2. It is a melee clay golem with break. This may end up being a game of attrition. I'm going to go right there. He's going to go to the bottom. It is then Boomer's turn. I think Boomer is going to roll 2 attack, 2 defense against the Direwolf Alpha. He does do a bone. This is going to be good. He does get 1 defense. And he does 2 attack. Those 2 damage are absorbed by the Direwolf Alpha. However, he will use the 1 backup plan, throw odds, to do 1 damage to the target. Or let's see, how does it read? Yeah, thump target for 1 damage. Which is actually all he has left. So we have defeated the 20-point Direwolf Alpha. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Things hopefully will get much, much easier. It's 2 attack. 2, yep. Alright, so that's everything for him. Picket goes next. Picket will roll 2 defense. Because he can roll 3, he'll get another one for his dex. Reinforced buckler. I'm sorry, not for his dex. So that's 2 of his 4 dex. And I think he's going to roll stand ground and shield form again. Just to see if he can get it. Gosh. Once again, reusable bones. Alright, so he gets 3 1s for defense. So we will put those here. So he has 3 defense. And these did not do him any good. So these will go back into their respective slots. And yeah, that's what he'll do. Next we have the yellow, which is, where is it? Ah, there we go. That is going to be the Troll Romper. And it's going to be 1 attack die versus Picket. Gosh, 1 hit, 1 is absorbed by Picket. Green, that's the Direwolf Pup. 1 attack on Boomer, 1 damage, 1 of that is absorbed by Boomer. Purple, alright, so he's going to move 1, 2. Then that is the end of round 4. And next we'll go to round 5. Alright, like I said, we're going to round 5. Ooh, that's not round 5. Round 5. Remember the beginning of round 2 through 5, we add a 1-point baddie to the bottom of the BQ. So that is now done. And we do have an available slot, so we will pull that in. It is another Troll Romper. So, another 3 HP. He's going to go into lane 1. He is melee. And so his die will go on the bottom. Alright. So, we'll start with the old Boomer. Boomer is going to do 2 attack, 2 defense versus the Troll Romper that just came out on the board. And it's going to get a bone. Get 1 defense. 3 damage. It has thick skin 1. So it takes 2. So we'll go ahead and use the backup plan to throw odds, which is an additional damage. It immediately goes off the board. I'll put that over there. Alright. Then Pickett goes. Pickett's going to roll 1 defense die. He'll get 1 defense die for his reinforced buckler. He'll roll both, again, stand ground and shield form, and 1 attack die. And he will be attacking the Troll Romper. Okay, awesome. So, we got life regen, and we have shield defense. Those will both go in the lock slot. He has 1 more defense to add. He's got 2 bones. Sweet, sweet, sweet. The Troll Romper here will attack Pickett for 1. He will, of course, absorb it with his manly absorbing powers. Direwolf Pup against Boomer does 2. Blocks 1. Takes 1. Okay. And that was green. And then purple, that is the Clay Golem, will move here and attack for 1 and gets a bone, so nothing happens. Alright. Uh-oh. Then we go to round 6. So we will deploy the one that we can deploy that we added in round 5. That's 3 points. It is melee. It is on lane 1. Does go to the bottom. However, this is 1 true damage to everybody, which will eliminate the a troll romper. And the new one takes the damage, and the gold one takes the damage, and Pickett takes the damage. That removes Boomer from the mat. And Pickett goes. So Pickett is going to regen the damage that he took. Pickett is then going to move 1. So that's 1 dex. Roll 2 attack. That's 2 3 decks. And 4 roll a defense for his 4th dex, and he gets the free defense because of the reinforced buckler. So he's got 2 damage against the direwolf pup, which is enough to kill it. So defeated stack. Awesome. And that takes care of these. 2 more defense. He'll put 1 up here. The other one he can't do anything with because he already has 3 in his slot. And that's his go. Then we've got yellow should be off, green should be off. So the clay golem will go. I'm going to move the clay golem 1 to get behind him. He's going to attack with 1 die. Gets a bone, nothing happens. Then the goblin's rioter is going to move and attack for 1, and that's mischief 1. So he will lose 1 of his defense. And defend 1. Take 1 damage, defend it with his defense. That's the end of that round. There is no more baddies to add. Everybody takes 1. So there's everybody's 1. Then Pickett goes. I know it's kind of monotonous to do this, but Pickett's going to get it back. Pickett will then roll 1, 2 decks for 2 defense. He'll get his free defensive die. Then he will roll 1, 2 for a total of 4 decks attack dice. And that's going to be against the Goblin Rider. So he gets, oh wow, he gets 2 defense there, 1 defense there, and he does eliminate the Goblin Rider. Alright, then that takes out blue. Then the golem goes. This is pretty much just not even, almost not worth doing, but we're going to do it. So he'll take 1 of those. Beginning of the next round, he takes 1. He'll take 1. The clay golem will take 1. He'll immediately heal it back, so I didn't move it. Then he's going to do his 2 attack. That's 2 decks, 1 defense for 3 decks. Riposte for 4 decks just because he can. And the extra defense die from the reinforced buckler. And he's going to attack the clay golem. Alright, and that's 1 bone. He's going to put, I can't remember if that riposte is locked or active. Let's look here. Riposte is active. So it's going to go into his active slot. He could do 2 damage. Oh, well, actually, yeah. 2 damage is enough to kill the golem. So he will do that too. 2 damage. And that is all of the baddies. So all these will go back. Everything in his attack and defense goes back. I'll go ahead and place everybody's die back on their mats. Even everybody that's been knocked out. Here. Because there are a number of dice. Whew. We did it. But, man, that was tough. Hopefully I'm doing Tink right. I really wish that Chip Theory would basically redo their videos for Tink, their video for Tink. Pretty much everybody else, I understand And I'm not gonna say that all the answers are not out there for Tink, but I think they're probably sprinkled in BGG, and it'd be really nice just to have a new video that did a lot more detail on Tink, like when you roll your die for the build die, especially if you're in the middle of the battle, because there's some things on BGG that talked about it costing decks if you wanted to re-roll it. How many times can you re-roll it? Well, I think on BGG they said, well, you can only re-roll it once per turn instead of spending a bunch of decks. You know, I think it needs to be a lot more in depth. The preview that they got with the other ones was good, you know, and I appreciated that they explained all the defense, all the die, what they did. But I think Tink is more complicated, and it's not just what does the die do. It's when stuff gets rolled, when stuff gets slotted, how you choose what you choose, and when you know, looking at when it's deployed. Those are the sorts of things that I think are very confusing that they should redo. Anyway, back to the game. So everybody will go back to their mats. We will do the loots. So we get 1 progress. So that becomes 7 progress. And everybody gets 2 training points. So everybody gets 2 training points. Yes. I really think that I think I'm going to try to do a defense for Tink. Alright, so I can do that. So that's 1 defense for Tink. And I think I'm going to go 1 more health for Tink. That's his 2. Just make him a little bit more beefy in case something happens. Might not be the best option, but that's what I'm going to go with. For Boomer, she's got 2. I'm thinking maybe 1 more attack. And she currently has an attack of 2. Alright, and that roll was successful. The training was successful. So yeah, we'll do that for her. So that is going to be 1 more attack for her. Where's Boomer's? 1 more attack for her. It's going to go to 2. And let's try 1 more defense. Oh, that did it too. All right. So that defense is going to go to 3. Picket. I think I'm going to go with situational awareness, die number 14, and I'm going to go with shield advance, die number 5. All right, that's his 2. And then they all get a loot. So Tink's loot is infused incense. Boomer's loot is a gadget arm, which she can't hold. So we'll discard it. And then Pickett gets reflex powder. He does have room for that. And that's the card done. We'll go to rest and recovery. Everybody's going to, well, Tink and Boomer are going to get their health back. And Pickett is going to roll for scouting. He's going to scout a 5. And that's going to be a Goblin Alarmist, signal 3. Oof. Let's just keep him, I think. Alright, and that is the end of day number 7 of our adventurers. I think we did okay. Got a little bit of a knockdown, beat down. Oh, and you know what? Those go away. I forgot to do that. So that's it for this episode. Watch for the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. George, I hope I'm doing a little bit better. I did some more things with Tank that I wasn't 100% sure of, so please let me know where I screwed up because I feel fairly certain that I did. So thank you guys for watching. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for being part of the community. Hope you're enjoying this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.